This is NDTV, and you're watching Classics.
We're in the heart of the Diamond District in Mumbai. It really doesn't look like much. But in these two buildings, there are thousands of traders and inventory of diamonds worth not millions, but billions of dollars. As you could have guessed already, today's Boss's Day Out is with someone who's been a huge success in a business that brings a sparkle to every woman's eye. Mehul Choksi, CEO of the 2,000 crore Gitanjali group that has brought brands like Nakshatra and Asmi into the market and has connected it to consumers with faces like Aishwarya and Kajol. It's 8:15 in the morning and we're just going to go and meet our boss. Nice to meet you. What time do you usually start working?
About 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning.
And do you do a full day of work here or do you visit your factory?
It's all mix. Some days to start here, some days to start at the factory, some days to start at the jewelry factory.
How many diamond merchants, jewelers, manufacturers actually are within these two buildings?
See, I think that we have about 150,000 square feet of offices here, and we are moving to Bandra Kurla complex, which is 15 lakh, and that 15 lakh square feet of place is also shorter. That's how the business is going. There are about 2 lakh totally traders all across the country in this business.
I remember also a year ago that there was a serious bomb threat. How much business would have been wiped out?
It's not a business, it's a kind of inventory which are in these two buildings. You know, it's like there could be companies having about $200-300 million worth of diamonds and diamonds here in this building. These are purely diamond buildings as such, you know. Right. So you can just imagine that probably $2-3 billion of merchandise must be in these two buildings as far as diamonds are concerned.
We're now going to head out to his factory where the diamonds are actually cut and polished. These may just look like pieces of glass or even plastic to you, but they're actually not, are they, Mr. Choksi?
No, they are absolutely. They are a very high quality of diamonds, in fact. They're called soyables. This factory is mostly in a very high end for the soyable, particularly I'm manufacturing all for my brands. So these are all those kind of very high quality.
These are rough diamonds, please.
These are rough diamonds, yes.
Can you explain the term rough diamonds?
The rough diamonds are basically, you know, whatever is mined out of the mines all over the world from the diamond mines.
Of course, there is a process that takes the diamonds from rough to finished.
Yes.
And we're going to look at that process later. But first, you know, we'll have a look at Mr. Choksi at work himself, sorting diamonds.
In this factory, we are manufacturing every day about 15,000 pieces of diamonds.
And what is this that you're doing?
This is a polished diamond coming out of that rough diamond.
So what has happened to that rough that it...
Out of the rough, normally we get anything between 25 to 50% yield. Right. Because the rest of it in the polishing, it goes to the powder.
What does it mean exactly to sort out the diamonds?
The sort out, it always, what comes out of the factory is normally mixed quality from VVS till SI, I1 quality. There are hundreds of grades of diamonds. Mm-hmm. The grading is done according to the 4 C's it's called. It's according to cut, the color, the clarity, and the carats. Right. Okay. You know, when it's polished, you see from rough how it's sparkling. Right. These are all the facets.
Okay. So the more the facets, the better the quality.
Better the quality. No, you have to put it near your eye. Yeah.
Ah.
Now, if you see, this is a sparkling one. This is nearly 88 facets.
It sure is sparkling.
Yeah. I'd like to introduce you to Adri Woon. Come in, Adri.
Okay.
Hi. Adri Woon. Okay. Adri is manufacturing director on company for Last 12 years he has been in India.
There's a lot of Dutch talent that has been sourced by companies here.
That's correct. That's correct.
And that's because of their experience in the field.
Absolutely.
Now, Mr. Choksi, maybe you can take me through the factory and the entire process.
This is the sawing factory, the first process out of the round.
So this is the first process. So what happens to the diamond? It's sawed into half.
It's basically, according to the shape, it is been cut in the center and make a two-part of it to get the maximum yield.
So we've gone from rough to sawing to fixing before the diamond finally gets polished. Remember that the diamond was sawed into half. Now, where are we?
Now it is the shaping of a diamond. They're shaping it to make a round diamond. So it's straight away on the polishing wheel. They just have to put the facets, the bottom and the top.
Okay. Is round the preferred choice?
Round is the preferred choice in the world.
In the world, okay. So what percentage?
80% of the diamonds would be probably round. Rounds are called a brilliant diamond in the technical terms.
Next
step is it goes for top or the bottom polishing.
Mr. Choksi, you were saying that this is the most complex of rooms in the factory.
That's correct.
Why is that?
It's because the rough here has been assorted according to the model-wise. Each small piece of diamond, it has been model-wise that whether it will get a 50% yield or 30% yield or 40% yield.
Okay, and of course, you source all your diamonds from DTC.
Yes, Diamond Trading Company, it's a full form of a DTC which sells half of the world's diamond. They have their own mines and they also buy from they have a contract with many of the mines.
And on average, what is the value of the diamonds that you source from DTC
We have
on an annual basis?
On an annual basis, we have about, we do about 70, 80 million dollar of rough that we source from DTC.
70 to 80 million dollars. And how many people do you employ?
We have totally in the cutting part, we have totally all across the country about 2,700 people.
Right. And out of which about 1,100 are in this factory.
In this factory, that's correct.
Alone. What portion of the diamonds that you've cut and polished go into your brands, and how much is sold wholesale?
After polishing everything, probably 20% of these diamonds are going into brands.
What about the other 80%?
Other 80% we still sell it in wholesale in the market.